Hello there. We've reached another WWE pay-per-view. And not just any WWE pay-per-view. It's Extreme Rules, where anything can go. And over the years, we've seen the Extreme Rules pay-per-view take a lot of toll on professional wrestlers in terms of the injury count. Hopefully it doesn't end up this way. But we've seen it happen in the past. And in one circumstance, we've seen a couple wrestlers take some time off. I'm not going to say who, because then the video will just get longer and then I go off topic of the topic at hand, which is a shortened pay-per-view card, which makes sense, and I can understand why, because they are building up the Crown Jewel pay-per-view next month in Saudi Arabia. And I guess they're thinking it's okay to go with the pay-per-view overseas, given the fact that here in the States, we're going to get our boosters, hopefully sooner rather than later. And remember, Roman Reigns is a cancer survivor, so they're likely going to prioritize him to get the vaccine. And I guess it would make sense in that regard. But you are seeing our Universal Champion right there. And there's the Demon Finn Balor. And we're going to get into all of that. We have 6 matches on our card. I will mention that we will have this pay-per-view in Columbus, Ohio. So that's where it will be taking place, at the State Farm Arena. And just a quick reminder that this pay-per-view will be exclusively streaming on Peacock. However, if your pay TV provider does give you an option to, I guess, purchase this for an expensive price, which I wouldn't recommend, then if you have some free money laying around, then go for it. But if you're like me and you want a cheaper rate with the pay-per-view stream online, just go with Peacock. So here we go. 6 matches. We're going to start off with Liv Morgan taking on Carmella. And I figured this would make sense because Liv Morgan's had some issues with Carmella in the past. If you want to talk about the past, I guess you could say going back to earlier this in the summer, that would be correct to say. So who do I think is going to win? I think it will be Liv Morgan. And why do I think that? Because I think Liv Morgan is eventually due for a SmackDown Women's Championship title match. It has to come sooner or later for Liv Morgan. And she's done a terrific job with her singles push. It's just that she doesn't get enough TV time. That's the issue. But she's due, right? I mean, the SmackDown Women's roster is kind of weak right now. So why not push Liv Morgan right now? It will only make sense. So the winner will be Liv Morgan. Sorry, Carmella. You're done with. Go back to Staten Island. Go over the Verrazano Bridge because nobody really wants you around anymore. Sorry to be rude, but that's the way it looks. Alright, moving on, the first part of the bloodline, Jay and Jimmy Uso will be defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits. This is an easy match to predict because the Street Profits are not going to win. The bloodline still is stronger than ever, so the Usos will retain their championships. Now, this is something very interesting that has transpired in the past couple of weeks on Raw. Now, Damien Priest will be in a triple threat match, which originally this was supposed to be a one-on-one rematch with Sheamus. But, apparently, Jeff Hardy has decided to put himself into this match. However, I know triple threat matches are one thing, but at the end of the day, I just think that Damien Priest is going to defend his championship. I just want to see if there's a stipulation here. Okay, there will be no stipulations. I just want to make sure. Next up, we have the man, Becky Lynch. And yes, I'm very excited that she is back, and she's showing some ruthless aggression. Taking on Bianca Belair, which Bianca Belair is owed a championship rematch. However, the man is not going to lose. They are going to make this match longer, just because they have plenty of time with only 6 matches on this card. I just think that the man's going to win. And if Becky Lynch loses, I will be very shocked. Because I think they're going to give Becky a long championship reign. And if they don't, I will be very shocked. Moving on, we have Charlotte Flair taking on Alexa Bliss. Now, this is where I think things are going to change for Alexa Bliss. I think during this match, she's going to go back to her old self. They're going to get rid of this creepy gimmick that Alexa Bliss has had for a while, thanks to Bray Wyatt. And remember, and keep in mind, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, may be on AEW in the next couple of weeks. Because have you seen AEW lately? Did you see CM Punk make his television wrestling debut last night? Did you see Bryan Danielson Wednesday night? WWE needs to change. It's clearly obvious what's going on here. So, I'm just going to say it right now. If they don't turn Alexa Bliss back into her fun, Disney-like character, something is very wrong with this company. Maybe she'll just win. I don't know. But either way, Alexa Bliss is going to win. Nobody really wants to see Charlotte Flair as champion anymore. We're sick and tired of it. Sorry, Charlotte. You lose. Our new champion in the Raw division will be Alexa Bliss. And lastly, our main event of the evening. Now, I'm going to keep to 2 theories. And why I think most likely the second theory would make sense. First theory I'm going to go with is Roman Reigns' defense. Then why is Roman Reigns' defense? Well, they probably want to keep the match one-on-one with Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel next month. But here's why I think Finn Balor winning is a good thing. And why I think it's going to lead to a triple threat match at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Now, keep in mind that they want to have a big match at Crown Jewel. I think that, they want to make sure that they have that big star like Brock Lesnar, who is going to be something interesting. I think what's going to happen here is by the Demon winning, and I know I'm just keeping my theory here, what they're going to do is make a triple threat match where Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Finn Balor all battle it out in Saudi Arabia on October 21st. And the reason why this would make sense is you want a big marquee WrestleMania-like type match in Saudi Arabia. So I'm thinking this is the way they're going to likely end up going, but most likely not. So Roman's going to defend. I would say yes. I think I'm going to go with that prediction for this video. But I hope I'm right that the Demon wins, so that way we get that triple threat match. I hope I'm right. But I hope that it goes that way. But then WWE's going to say, I told you so, and you correctly predicted that Roman was going to defeat Finn one-on-one. So, that's going to wrap it up. A very brief prediction video. 6 matches. And I would hope that next month for Saudi Arabia, which again, this would be the first time since February of 2020, we're going to have a very interesting card next month. So, thank you all for watching. And until the next one, please take care.